So starting today, we embark on another year of prospect previews. I really didn't do a lot last year or the year before, but this year I am planning on doing at least 10 is what I'm trying to get to. I may get to like just under that, but we're trying to do at least 10 here. We're going to start off with Matthew Schaefer today, who I would argue is probably the projected first overall pick in this upcoming draft. There was a little bit of question to it moving forward, exactly who it was going to be, but it looks like it's likely going to be Matthew Schaefer. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before with these, but obviously we'll find out. Starting off here with some basic info around this player. He was born September 5th, 2007 in Hamilton, Ontario. He's a defenseman who's 6'2" / 188 centimeters and is 183 pounds or 83 kilograms, and then he shoots left as well. So he's a left shot defenseman. He is, I would say, probably average height for an NHL defenseman and a little bit below average weight. I would say definitely could gain some more pounds. But even then, this guy is just so incredibly talented with the puck. He's got great passing mobility. He's got awesome offensive skating. He's got really good puck handling. His hockey sense is through the roof. Just everything about this guy, except for a few little tweaks, is just phenomenal from this player. Your draft rankings, when you look at them, I pulled a couple of like the big ones, including myself in there, because I'm important. No, I'm not. But a look at the draft rankings. Consolidated ranking, first overall. Elite prospects, first overall. Bob McKenzie, first overall. Craig Button, first overall. Daily Faceoff, first overall. NHL Central Scouting in North America, first overall. And then you have some other sites that actually rank him a little bit lower. Recruit Scouting has him third overall, and then Dauber Prospects has him second overall. And me personally, I have him first overall in terms of my prospect rankings as of right now. So I really do like Matthew Schaefer. This guy has a lot of talent as, I would say, the number one defenseman by a mile in this draft. I think the next one that comes close is like Reddy Murtka, maybe Jackson Smith. Like, it's a short list when it comes to defenders this upcoming draft, and I think Schaefer is just, it's not even close. Like, again, you can argue that maybe Michael Meese is better than him, but I think Schaefer is just by far the better guy in terms of defenseman there for that. Now, what's weird about Schaefer is that he hasn't played a ton of games. Honestly, from what we've seen, he's dealt with injury problems, especially this past year. Only played 17 games with the Erie Otters. But first off, going back to the year prior in 23-24, had 56 games played, 3 goals, 14 assists, 17 points. Not bad numbers for a first-year guy coming into the OHL. Again, you know, some guys definitely struggle, but I thought Schaefer, looking at some of his highlights from that season, looked pretty solid, I would say. The following year in 24-25, he would play less games but get more points. Only 17 games that year, this past year, had 7 goals, 15 assists for 22 points, and I think that really kind of solidified him as, like, I would argue one of the top prospects. I think that little run that he had there in those 17 games and then what he had in the World Juniors for a short period of time, and just looking at how this guy makes a huge impact on the ice is phenomenal. Now, again, am I a little bit concerned of the small sample size? I guess so. But I think, again, like, you can tell it's there with Schaefer's game. Even projecting back to last year, this guy had great acceleration, had high hockey IQ. I mean, his shot, he could work a little bit more on that, but it's still pretty good, I would say. I mean, overall, this guy's incredibly talented. He tallied up for 39 points in 73 games played in the OHL with the Otters. In Canada, in the World Juniors with under 18 and U20, he did pretty good there as well. And U18 had 5 points in 7 games played. In the World Junior U20, had just 2 points in 2 games played. Again, that was when he got the big injury and he missed a little bit of time in the NHL World Juniors, which again it was a brutal World Junior for Canada as it is, so that added like more salt to injury, honestly. But yeah, this guy has the proven numbers. This guy is phenomenal when it comes to just moving the puck around. His skating is probably one of the best I've seen in the draft. You see a lot of defensemen, they tend to, kind of struggle a little bit with skating. Like I think of like the Juracek brothers really struggle with their skating. Schaefer's not one of them. This guy is phenomenal without question and has great skating there for sure. Also mobility as well. The way this kid can move with the puck as a young defenseman who is average height. It's honestly unreal from what I've seen from him. So, looking at some of the strengths and weaknesses, then I have some excerpts from the Hockey News and Elite Prospects that we can get into here in a little bit as well. His strengths, he has terrific skating. His skating is just off the charts. It's phenomenal. It's the highest ranked he has on Elite Prospects. Great acceleration. This guy can move at a fast pace pretty damn quickly, has amazing hockey IQ. Again, I think he might be the smartest player in this draft, honestly, besides maybe Michael Misa. Like, it's phenomenal what this kid can really do. Great passing. When you're a defenseman, you need to learn how to pass, especially if you want to be an offensive guy. His passing is more than great. It's exemplary. It's phenomenal. He has good transitions as well. A good transitional player. He can transition from both offense and defense. That's the other thing. He's pretty good on both ends of the rink. You typically see some offensive players of Schaefer's kind, like they're not great defensively. Schaefer has that defensive side to him where he can use his height to his advantage and play hard. I think, again, that's something that is a major benefit there in his game. Now, some things that he needs to improve on, there's definitely things he can improve on always. He has an average shot, I would say. I feel like it's not bad, it's not great though. Like, it's not something where I'm like saying with like Misa, it's like, oh, it's phenomenal. But with Schaefer, it's kind of average. I feel like he could improve on that. It's not like it's like, like he has a horrible shot, but even still, it's could be something you can improve on there for sure. His strength, definitely something you can improve on there as well. I feel like just he's a little bit weak when it comes to the puck battles. And again, that kind of refers to not being physical enough. This guy just, again, he's a little bit average height, so he might be, again, a little bit, like hesitant to go make hits and make plays. As a little bit of a shorter defender, I would say. He's still like average, but a little bit on the lower end of things. So again, I feel like the physicality could definitely help. And then again, winning the net battles. I think that's another thing too. You got to win those net battles in front. His defensive game, I know I'm giving a lot of criticism here after saying it's pretty decent. I think there's still some things to work on there on his defensive end, but overall it has really improved from the beginning of the season to now. And again, it does suck that he missed so much time with injury because honestly, like if he didn't miss those injuries, I feel like his defensive game would be like way better. Honestly, if he played the full year in Erie, it'd be way better. So in terms of some of the player comps that I'm using here, I have excerpts from the Elite Prospects Draft Guide, and then I also have the Hockey News Draft Preview. So I've been using these the last couple of weeks to kind of learn about these prospects and study film and study their game. So that way I actually know what I'm talking about when I go into these previews. But for Schaefer, I'm seeing a best case scenario of Roman Josi from the Hockey News is what they're saying. I don't know if I could really see that. I guess we'll find out. Maybe he's at that level. And then I'm seeing apparently shades of Miro Heiskanen from Elite Prospects. And to be honest with you, if you're either of those players, that's number one defenseman right there. And I feel like that is just what the New York Islanders or whoever drafts them needs. Like, essentially, Schaefer is not making it past 2. We can go on and on about the lottery and, Islanders got lucky and all that. And, like San Jose needs him more than New York does. He is not getting past 2. If he is somehow, some way at second overall, he's going to San Jose. Unless if San Jose trades that pick, then we'll talk. But honestly, I really do believe that Schaefer is going first overall in this year's draft. To get an opportunity at a number one defenseman is a rare thing. It really is. And I think that for this draft where it's pretty much Schaefer and then it's like a fall off, I think you have to pick this guy. You got to go with this guy if you're number 1 or number 2. So some things here with the Elite Prospects draft excerpts. So they graded his tools, like his shooting, his skating, and all that, out of 9. So like a 1.0 to a 9.0. So he has an 8.0 skating, which is pretty damn good. That's on the high end of things. He has a 7 in shooting, so it's a little bit below, what I would expect it to be as a, number one guy. But hey, he's more of a playmaker. I'm fine with that. A 7.5 passing. Again, this guy's phenomenal with the puck. Good moving it. A 7 in handling. I'm not sure I agree with that. I feel like he's a little bit better than a 7 in handling. He has a 7.5 hockey sense and then a 6.0 physicality. So this guy is great on all remarks. Again, his physicality, as I said, could be improved upon. He has an A grade overall. And honestly, you just look at the prospect profile. I'm just going to read the first thing out of it. It says, quote, "How can a player who only suited up for 26 games be ranked first overall?" The answer is simple. The NHL draft is a process of finding the most special prospects, and no one in this class is more special than Matthew Schaefer. Possessing all of the elements that make him a success of top-end NHL defenseman, Schaefer controls games from the back end, making the play flow through him. An elite puck rusher, he takes off from behind his net, using it as a shield against the forecheck, and traverses the defensive zone with a few long strides. He dances around neutral zone formations, using all the mechanics that make a success of top NHL carriers: east-west cuts, change of speed, rapid stick handling moves, give and goes, and breakaway speed. He anticipates pressure and poke checks, slips the puck around them, and pierces right in to create scoring chances. This guy is just phenomenal. Again, reading this excerpt and reading what I've read from the Elite Prospects and the Hockey News, just everything that I'm hearing about this guy is he is your number one playmaker, and there is no doubt about it. He is the number one defensive playmaker in this draft, and he, without doubt, should go first overall. Now, one last thing here before I get into where I think he's going to go, and I already kind of did a little bit. The scout poll results from Elite Prospects in terms of some of the things here, like, for example, highest floor, best puck moving defenseman and all that. So let me go through these real quick. He's ranked number 1 in best four-way mobility, so that's really good to see. He's ranked number 2 in the best straight line skater, ranked number 1 in the best offensive defenseman, which is, I'm not surprised about that. He's ranked number 2 in the highest floor. I believe Misa is number 1 with that. He is number 1 in best puck-moving defenseman. So, again, this guy can move the puck phenomenally. His IQ's off the charts. This is some guy you really need. He's ranked number 3 in best neutral zone defenders. So that's pretty good there to look at. He's ranked number 1 in the highest ceiling. So that is very exciting. And then number 5 in the best motor, which is like him accelerating, I guess you could say. But overall, like, again, I could go into it on and on here about how good this guy is. But the chatter around the entire league, and from what I'm hearing, all signs point to Schaefer going first overall to the New York Islanders. I could see him maybe dropping to 2 if the Islanders have a last-second decision and decide, oh, we're going to go with Misa or Hagens or whatever. But I really do think this guy's going to go number 1 overall. And if he drops to 2, he's going 2. I would be shocked if he goes anywhere below 2. So, yeah, without question, this guy deserves to be a first overall pick in this upcoming draft. And that is your prospect preview for Matthew Schaefer. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I know usually we do some film studies in here, but I actually got it copyrighted for that, and I just think overall, like, it's not really, my cup of tea. I'm not great with, like, reading plays like that and all that stuff, besides when it's commentary streams. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on Matthew Schaefer. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe down below. We got Michael Misa probably coming up on Wednesday, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.